What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Ask Alex, where this is the show where I take all of your questions and answer them here on this show. I'm your host, Alex Hampton, and today we have another jam-packed show for you guys today. Probably going to be a little controversial as well, because I'm going to have some very harsh opinions about some of these movie topics. And speaking of movie topics, if this is your first time ever watching this show, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Then hit that bell right next to it. That way you get all the notifications of every time I'm releasing a video here on Momentum Media. And if you want your question or topic on this show, all you have to do is just send me an email, guys, at the AskAlexShow@gmail.com. That's the AskAlexShow@gmail.com. If you give me your question / topic, it could potentially be answered here on my show. So thank you guys so much for continuing watching. Let's go ahead and jump into the first topic today. And the first topic comes from a Cameron Martin. And he writes, "Hey Alex, so Sonic the Hedgehog made over $57 million this weekend at the box office. Are you surprised that it opened higher than the Birds of Prey movie?" Well, thank you for your question, Cameron. So this past weekend, what Cameron's referring to, it's been reported that Sonic the Hedgehog, the first video game movie ever to hit a huge weekend box office at $57 million this weekend. This is one of the highest grossing domestic video game movies to hit such a high number in this era of nostalgia and comic books and all that great stuff. Now, to go back to his question, am I surprised that it surpassed Birds of Prey? Honestly, no. And it's not because of the movie Birds of Prey, of how good or bad you may think it may be. It's because DC did a terrible job marketing this movie. Warner Brothers did a terrible job marketing Birds of Prey. But I have to say, Sonic, I see Sonic everywhere. I see Sonic on billboards in my city. I see Sonic on ads on social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. I see him on TV. When I'm streaming something either on Hulu or on or any other service, his trailers are being played. So I see a lot of Sonic things. I went to Publix like a couple days ago and I saw Sonic balloons and I saw Sonic dolls that they were selling. So the marketing for this movie was just immaculate. It was amazing. And not only that, the movie is actually a really good movie. You know, it's definitely a family friendly movie, but it's definitely a movie that I think that everybody should go see. If you have time, definitely go check it out. But am I surprised? Absolutely not. Birds of Prey, they messed up about, making it rated R. And not only that, they messed it up by making a Harley Quinn movie without including key characters that the audience is familiar with. The audience is not familiar with a Black Canary or a Black Mask or a Huntress. They're not familiar with that. Some of them are barely familiar with Harley Quinn. So for me personally, I'm not surprised. I'm actually glad that Sonic did really well this weekend. And I kind of saw that it was going to do well this weekend because it is a good movie and I think everyone should watch it. So thank you for your question, Cameron. Let's go ahead and jump into the next question, which comes from a Kurt Dean. And he writes, "Hey Alex, I saw your video about Robert Pattinson's Batman suit. I understand why you don't like it, but this is a younger Bruce Wayne, so his suit looks like it would be made by a beginner. Thanks for taking my question." Well, thank you for your question, Kurt. So what Kurt's referring to, literally, I think it was on Sunday, not Sunday, a couple days ago or a few days ago, I released my breaking news video of Robert Pattinson showing his 56-second clip of him in his Batman suit. And I personally did not really like it. And after rewatching the clip and still looking at stills of the clip, I still don't like it. I think it's still a piece of crap. Listen, I understand that this is a younger take on Batman. I understand that this is Robert Pattinson portraying a Bruce Wayne when he's at year 2 of him being Batman. My only issue with this portrayal of Batman is just Batman. There are comic book adaptations of Batman where he's just starting out, like Batman Year 1, and his costume looks cool. This particular costume just, I mean, you could say the body armor looks authentic to a degree, but the cowl doesn't look like it's been made by an actual professional. The body armor, although to a degree it looks like a Batman suit, it doesn't look like a Batman suit that would ultimately protect him from anything. I mean, to a degree, I really don't like it. And again, I'm a huge DC fan. Batman and Superman and Justice League, those are my guys. I love those comic book characters. But I have to say that the Batman suit is not great. To me, at least, it's not great. I don't really like it as much as everyone else. And I wouldn't say I went viral, but at the same time, it was just like, bruh, like, I feel as though Matt Reeves and the people at Warner Brothers could have refined him a little bit more. I'm not saying that his suit has to be on par as Ben Affleck's or Christian Bale's, or hell, even Michael Keaton's, but at least make his suit where I believe it could be suitable to the actual character. This Batman suit looks like a bad cosplay of Batman. That's what it looks like to me. A bad cosplay of Batman. And I'm not a fan of it. I think that they could have done a whole lot better. And I think that Matt Reeves is being a little lazy. Just a little. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. I get it that this is year 2 of Bruce Wayne being Batman. But at the same time, I think that this is not a good suit. So thank you for your question, Kurt. Let's go ahead and jump into the next question. But wait, before we jump into the next question, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the suit is cool? Do you guys like the suit? Do you think I'm just overreacting? Do you think I'm just being a wild fanboy who doesn't know what he's talking about? Jump in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Now let's go ahead and jump into the next question, which comes from a Edgar Gomez. And he writes, "Hey Alex, in the Morbius trailer, there is a poster of Tobey Mcguire's Spider-Man with the word murderer on it. Do you think that Sony is teasing that Tobey Mcguire's Spider-Man is a part of this movie some way? I mean, could this be the tease of a live-action Spider-Verse movie?" Well, thank you for your question, Edgar. Okay, this is what I kind of meant by harsh comments. And, you know, if this is my opinion, and I'm gonna base my opinion on certain facts, but you know, at the end of the day, it's my opinion, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you guys genuinely do believe that Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, is actually in Morbius, you're crazy. You're crazy, and here's why. Here's why I say that. The photo that Edgar is referring to that we see in the trailer where Jared Leto's character is walking past is a photo of Raimi's Spider-Man in a certain pose with the word murder on it, which is a factual thing, right? But here's the thing about that particular photo of that particular poster in that trailer. And I'm about to pull this up on the screen. There's a little game called PS4 Spider-Man that I own on my PlayStation 4 that I'm sure some of you guys own as well, where you can choose a variety of suits to play as Spider-Man. One of those suits is the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, which I'm going to pull up on the screen. Now, if you look at the screen, you'll see the very same pose that he's doing in this screen like it is in that poster. This is clearly just a tease of Spider-Man, of a version of Spider-Man. Nothing more of nothing less. Do I think that Tobey Maguire is gonna be referenced in this movie, or do I think that Sony is teasing a live action Tobey Maguire Spider-Verse with him and Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland? The answer is very simple. Hell no. Hell no. And for these reasons. Tobey Maguire doesn't want to come back to do Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield, if you pitch it to him, he might want to come back. Tom Holland, you know, I don't think Tom Holland wants to focus on a Spider-Verse including those characters. If you're going to do a Spider-Verse movie, you're going to include the other Spider-Man that we haven't seen in live action, i.e. Miles Morales, i.e. Ben Reilly, i.e. Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen, all these other different Spider-Men that I think would be a little bit more viable for that particular movie to do it. And don't get me wrong, I would love to see Tobey Maguire come back and do and come back as a cameo to a degree. I would love to see even Andrew Garfield to come back to a degree. But if you guys seriously think that Tobey Maguire is involved in any of this new Spider-Man stuff, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna call you crazy because I called you crazy before. I'm sorry, but that's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. Even at the end of that Morbius trailer, we got a view of Michael Keaton, which pretty much solidifies that this is connected to the MCU Spider-Man. So, no, I don't think Tobey Maguire is going to be in this. There's really no evidence suggesting that other than a poster that came from a video game. That, like, a video game that, yes, it is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, but it's not Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So I seriously doubt it, but you know, anything is possible nowadays. So thank you for your question. What do you guys think? Do you think Tobey Maguire is going to be in this new Morbius / MCU Spider-Verse? Do you guys want to see him come back? Do you want to see a live action Spider-Verse with him, Andrew, or Tom Holland? Jump into the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. And now we're going to jump into the final question of the day, which comes from a Luke Green. And he writes, "Hey Alex, with the success of Sonic, do you think studios will give the Pokemon franchise another run in theaters?" Well, thank you for your question, Luke. So what Luke is referring to, when Detective Pikachu came out, it did make money. It made over $433 at the box office worldwide. It was I believe it was $150 million movie. So it was a $150 million budget. So they've made double their money. So clearly they've made a little bit money. Now, Ryan Reynolds and others have said that they would love to do a sequel. The question is, will a sequel happen given the success of the new Sonic movie? And the answer to that is it's possible. I don't really see it happening for these reasons. Although Sonic is a great movie, although Sonic did really well in the box office, the thing about Detective Pikachu that didn't really hit home, at least for me and maybe some others, Detective Pikachu focused on a certain indie game that wasn't as strong as the original games. In my opinion, the reason why Detective Pikachu wasn't as strong as it should have been, we didn't see characters like Ash, Misty, or Brock. We didn't see that. We saw Pokemon living in a world and they're investigating the death of someone. That's essentially it. It wasn't all that great. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a fun little movie watching the Pokemon interact, seeing Ryan Reynolds portray himself as Pikachu, but we didn't really see anything of substance from that movie. Although it's a family-friendly movie like Sonic, it's possible. Do I think it will happen in the near future? I'll say this, there will be a Sonic 2 before there will be a another Pokemon movie. As a matter of fact, there will probably be more Sonic movies to come out than another nostalgic video game franchise to come out. That's just being honest, because Sonic is doing well. If it did 57 million domestically this weekend, I can imagine it's going to do probably somewhere around 30 or 40 next weekend. So it's possible. I don't really see it happening, but it's very possible. So thank you for your question, Luke. And that is my show today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Ask Alex. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you get all the updates of every time I'm releasing a video here on my channel. And also, if you want to be a supporter on Momentum Media, go to my Patreon page at patreon.com/Momentum Media. I have 3 tiers. 3 tiers. Any tier you donate to helps us create great content here at Momentum Media. So I want to thank you guys so much for your love and support. And also in April 16th through the 19th, if you're in the Orlando area, I will be at Orlando MegaCon this year. So if you want to meet me, if you want to take pictures with me, I'll be there. It'll be so much fun to just endure what they got going on at Orlando MegaCon in 2020. So thank you guys so much for your love and support. And as always, you have a blessed day.